Okay, so we're going to make our own little slatore, but we're going to make this kind of as an ongoing craft. So I'm going to show you how to get the craft ready. And then what I want you to do is each time that you face temptation and you make a good choice, I want you to write it down or draw a little teeny tiny picture on each one of the strips that make up our snake. And every time that you choose to make the right choice, even when you're tempted to do the wrong thing, I want you to add on to your snake, and pretty soon you'll be able to see how you have been making really good choices. And sometimes we need that. Sometimes it feels like we're always doing the wrong thing or we're always making mistakes, and it's nice to look back and go, oh yeah, I was tempted to take that for my little brother, but I chose not to. That was that one. And then I was tempted to take the cookie before dinner when I wasn't supposed to. That's this one. And you can go through and look at all the times that you've made some really great choices. And it'll just help build you up and remind you that even when we're tempted to do wrong, we need to obey God. So here's what we're going to do to make our cute little ongoing snake. So this is pretty easy. You just kind of need a lot of different scrap pieces of paper. So what I did, I like to use things that I have around my house. So you're going to need markers for sure. You're going to need probably a pencil and an eraser because some of this involves kind of drawing and seeing if you like the way things look. You are going to need your scissors, and you're going to need some type of tape or glue. Okay, I've just got Scotch tape in my house. I don't have any glue. But we're going to start building our snake. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is kind of come up with the shape of the head that I want. So what I did was I kind of got this idea of a shape. So it was a triangle to start out with, and then I started cutting different parts off of it. Okay, so I made a triangle to begin with, just like that, and then I started just rounding out some of my edges of my triangle and making it to get it a little bit more like the shape of the head, like that. Okay, so make yourself your triangle, and then we're going to put some different facial features onto our head. Okay, so I'll show you on the one that I've made already. So you'll see I've got kind of cool looking little eyes. They're pretty easy to do actually. We just do an arch above and an arch below. I would do this part with your pencil to start out with because it's a little bit tricky to do, but here's this to look at. So draw your arches above and below, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to try mine with my pencil too. Like that. There we go. Okay, now when you're done, I'm going to put little eyeballs in the middle. Now this can make your snake be very freaky looking or not. Kind of looks like an alien right now, doesn't it? Okay, the other thing you're going to want is some teardrops at the bottom, like little nostrils. Just like that. Okay, and then you can color that in. So whatever colors you're choosing, I think I'm going to give my snake pink eyes today. And what I find really cool is after I color the inside part of the eyes like that, I like lining the outside in a different color. I think that just looks so neat because snakes are usually, not all snakes, but often snakes are really colorful, and especially really dangerous snakes are really gorgeous colors for some unfair reason. Okay, I know it still looks like an alien, but we're going to add some color. I'm going to put black for the inside of my eyeballs, and then I'm going to use black for my little teardrops at the bottom of my snake, my little nostrils. Here we go. And there's my snake head for right now. Now, it wouldn't look like a snake if we didn't give it a tongue. And snakes have forked tongues, okay? So you're gonna need to take your little piece of paper. I just colored mine red because I don't seem to have any colored paper at my house. And I'm just going to, oops, I've got pencils flying everywhere. I'm just going to cut a little triangle slit in it, just like that, to make my tongue. Easy peasy. If you're not real great with scissors, you can always ask somebody to give you a quick hand. And then I'm just going to tape my tongue onto my snake head. And you can do it with glue if you've got glue. I've got tape, so that's what I'm gonna do, just like that. Okay, so now it's time to get ready to make your slits. So I just used something in my house that was kind of a rectangle shape. This is one of those clips that you use to close off your chip bags. That's what I use because it looked like about the right shape. And then you just need a strip of paper. So I have a pretty short one going right now, but you could do a full piece of paper and then just divide it in half. And I just made pencil marks on mine. And then we're going to add some color to our snake, okay? So I've chosen to do my snake pink, kind of a limey, yellowy green, and blue. Those are the three colors I want to make my snake. So all you're going to do is take your strip of paper, put it somewhere where you can mark on the other side. So I've just got it on the back side of some other paper that I've been using. And you're just going to start making some colors. Start with your lightest color first. So I'm going to start with my pink, okay? And I'm just going to start making some scribbles on mine like this. Okay. There's my pink. I'm going to switch to my limey greeny color and do the same thing. The messier, the better. It will look really cool when you're done. Perfect. And now I'm going to go to my darkest color, my blue. Okay. I'm happy with how mine looks. So now I've taken my little chip bag clip thing on the back and I've just measured it out like this and drawn a pencil line, okay? So now I'm gonna start cutting this part out. Now you wouldn't have to cut it out right away. You could wait until you've done something and had a temptation that you did a really great job with. So let's say the cookie one. I have cookies on the brain apparently today, so I'm going to write on the back of my one cookie to remind me that I was tempted to take a cookie when I wasn't supposed to, and I didn't. So then you're going to cut apart your strips. And like I say, if you're afraid you're going to lose your strips, just leave them all together. And when you do something and you face a temptation and you do really well, then cut off the strip and start adding it to your snake. But you're going to need one strip to start out with to get your snake started. So take your very first strip and you're going to roll it around in a circle like this. Okay? Now this is where I do actually find tape to be a little bit easier. You'll take a piece of tape and just put it on to hold your pieces together and then tuck it in. Okay? Now next thing you're going to do is attach the head of your snake to your first ring. So you'll just take a piece of tape or glue. If it's tape, you're just going to make it into a round piece like that, a little circle. Pop it on top and then just put your head on top. Just like that. And you're all ready to start with your snake. So now I'm going to take my cookie, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it inside like this so that the pretty colors are on the outside, and then I'm going to tape it or glue it again, just like that. Now my snake's got a little bit of a body. Next time I make a good choice, I'm going to do another one. Remember to put the new strip inside the circle before you tape it. Okay, remember to slide it inside first so it's kind of hanging. Then flip it around and make sure you can see the pretty colors on the outside. Then tape it. And as you go, you'll just keep adding to it. But look how great those colors look on there. So what you want to end up with is a snake that gets longer and longer and longer and longer, like my little Ssslatore here. And then you can be reminded that we need to obey God even when we're tempted not to. Have a great day.